So if you're divorced, should you force the kids to call the new person mommy or daddy? Hello guys, welcome to my platform one more time. Did I greet you guys? No, I didn't. Bad manners, okay? Bad manners. Welcome back to my page, channel, or however you want to call it. So my response to that is no. One thing that people fail to understand is like kids are very, very vigilant and smart. Kids can tell when the environment is not conducive. Kids can tell when you are not treating them the right way. They know the difference. So I feel like when it comes to like calling the new person mommy, either mommy or daddy, that is something that flows. It flows depending on how the environment is. You know, a lot of times some kids are not comfortable with that, and there are some situations where it just flows. If you treat that child with like love, if you treat that child with respect, if you treat that child like your own child, you know, and they feel like, okay, you deserve to be called that name, mommy or daddy, then it comes out like just naturally. Do not force your child to call the new person mommy, especially if like they are really young. It might be different for kids that are like a little older, but for like little kids at that point, especially if they're still going through like, you know what I mean, the trauma from like, depending on how crazy the situation or the divorce situation was, it's like you are trying to like replace their mom, you know, by forcing them to call that new person mommy or daddy. It shouldn't be that way. And for women, we're gonna have to like get to a point where we feel comfortable, like, okay, we are grown. If my child has to like go out, okay, to go meet this new person, and this new person shows them so much love and consent, like the saying goes, it takes a community to raise a child. If that child is treated right and that child feels comfortable calling the other person mommy, hey, let's be cool with that. That is cool. You know, like I said, let it come like just with the flow from the child, and not a parent forcing that on like your child, like, hey, you have to call, this is the rule, this is how you're going to be calling this new person mommy, and this is how you're going to be calling this new person daddy. It can get confusing, but I feel like as kids get older and they have more understanding, then they're able to understand like, okay, yeah, I'm not calling this person mommy because this is the person that gave birth to me. Most times your mommy is not, or your daddy is not like your biological parents. You know, I've seen situations where people adopt kids and they treat these kids like their biological kids, you know. So it just depends. It depends on like how young the child is. But do not try to like don't force that. Just let it go with the flow. Do not force it. Don't force your child to call the new person mommy or daddy just because I'm gonna be honest, okay, be it a man or a woman, some people are so low down when it comes to like divorce, where you want to do that, okay, you want to force that child to call the new person mommy or daddy just so you can cause like confusion, or just so you can make the other person feel like the impact, like you want to use that as a form of like revenge towards the other partner, you know, or you use that just to belittle the other partner. If you're doing that, then you are destroying your own child's mind. It's always important, it's always good to have that little talk with your kids or with your child. The worst thing that you can do as a parent to your own kids is to mislead them. I mean, you have to do whatever it takes as a woman to maintain that peace, okay? I always say in my videos, like, not because you're foolish, not because you're stupid, you have to be that wise woman. Just because your kids call the other person mommy or daddy shouldn't affect you in any way. You should care more about like what is best for the kids, you know, what is best for them. Like I said, if that person is treating your kids good, doing what they're supposed to do, treat them right, you know what I mean, then hey, what's the point? What's the big deal? Calling the other person mommy or daddy is not going to take any share of meat from the original person. Y'all feel me? Y'all know what I mean? I'm just saying that not in a bad way, but You guys feel me? Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But never, 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 ever force your child to call the new person mommy or daddy. Just allow them to go with the flow. Allow them to go with the flow. That will help, like, when it comes to their mind in general. So love is not something that you force, okay? Connection is created and a bond is formed. Have you had like cases where a child meets like the other person or the new person and they just bond like just instantly? You know what I mean? One thing that we have to understand as parents is that if God has designed that this child is going to be in the life of this new partner, there's nothing that you can do but accept the fact. Like, if you are somebody that just look at stuff and just be like, okay, God has a plan for like everything in life, there's a lesson that you learn from it, and nothing happens by chance, everything happens for a reason. If you get that kind of mindset, then you learn not to worry about stuff like that. You just go with the flow and you just put everything in the hands of God, like, hey, you got this, God, you got this, okay? Okay. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.